Hey everyone, KBKing77 here to do a video doing a full review on the Black Bean Jelly Bean ROM on your Samsung Galaxy Nexus. This ROM is courtesy of Team Baked, so big thanks and shout out to them. I do have a video showing you how to install this ROM. I will link to that in the description of the video, so if you need to know how, be sure to check that out. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get into it. So this would definitely be an awesome ROM to check out if you have a Galaxy Nexus, as it is one of my favorites. It is built from AOSP 4.1.1 Jelly Bean, so you can go ahead and hop into Settings and scroll down, go to About Phone. You will see Android version 4.1.1 Jelly Bean right there. Baked version, the latest as of today, which is the 23rd, it says Toro plus Black Bean 4. So it's Black Bean 4, that would be the latest. Right away, you do get two launcher options. You have Apex and Trebuchet. Trebuchet is, they're both basically the stock Jelly Bean launcher, pretty much. Some have other added features. Apex has a little bit more features as opposed to Trebuchet, so you'll definitely have to check both of them out yourself. You will see that Apex has a downloaded option, but both have the widgets and apps conjoined into one app drawer. Horizontal still, of course, got that nice animation. Opening applications has obviously the nice Jelly Bean animations. You will see that it does have inverted applications. Basically, instead of the white look, it has a more dark and black look, which makes it, in my opinion, look better, along with, say, battery, because it uses darker colors. You can go, as you can see, I did send a test text message, and it is obviously black as opposed to being white. I don't have my number on my Galaxy Nexus at the moment, so obviously the message did fail. Otherwise, though, you have many different settings. You'll see right here I don't have any power widgets going on at the moment. I will show you those now. You do have baked ROM control, which gives you a ton of different options. So here it is. You have system options with performance settings. Only mess with these if you know what you're doing. You can overclock if you'd like to. You can underclock. You'll have to grant it super user permissions as well. You can change your governor. So only mess with that if you know what you're doing. Along with the prop modder init.d tweaks as well. You have some sound settings. So when you plug in your headphones, it can actually open up an application. So if you always listen to music when you plug in your headphones, you can have that open up. Same with Bluetooth A2DP connected action and face down audio. When you flip the phone over, it has it do an action as well. So those are some cool sound settings. Power menu, which is when you press and hold the power button, you can have it show screenshot, navigation bar toggle, and profile chooser as well. So you have those options to add, along with reboot airplane mode and vibrate sound chooser. Volume down and power does take a screenshot, just like on stock Jelly Bean. You will see you also have Nav Bar Settings, which can change the navigation bar. You have a bunch of options where you can change the menu location, where the menu button is, when the menu visibility shows. You can have it always show, and other options. You can change the color of them. So let's say I wanted to change it to this light blue. I can select that, and there we go. It changed from white to that, which is cool. You can change the glow color as well. Certain actions, you can have it do long press actions and various things. So overall, very nice settings for the navigation bar. You can have it be more or less transparent as well. Otherwise, you have system settings, which going into them, you can have show UI overflow menu button, which I'm not sure exactly what it does. To be honest, I really don't know what that check button does. Enable kill all button, which would kill all the applications. You can disable the boot animation and force tablet UI. This will force the device to use the tablet user interface. You can try it if you'd like to. I can show you that now. It says requires a reboot, so I checked it. I'm going to reboot now, and I will be right back. Alright, so I rebooted, and it looks like it didn't stick. I'm not exactly sure why that tablet user interface did not work. I'm not too worried about it. I would recommend using Paranoid Android if you're looking for the tablet user interface. Otherwise, though, you do have lock screen settings here. Before I get into lock screen settings, I want to jump down to status bar settings, where you have options to turn on power widgets or toggles. Power widgets are, I believe, the signage mod power widgets, and toggles are the AOKP, so you have your option which one you like better. They just look a little bit different. So there's power widgets on, and toggles I will turn on as well, so you can you can see them both, excuse me. So I can pull this down, you'll see both of them are on. The top ones, the signage and mod, bottom ones, the AOKP. AOKP ones, you have options to change the layout as well, from icons to words. So you'll see you have those options. So overall, a lot of changes that you can make to these status bar toggles. You can change the order, you can enable different ones. So if I wanted to enable torch and NFC or torch, I will close it and you will see torch is there now. I can go ahead and turn on the torch and it should use my LED light to turn that on. I'm not exactly sure why it's not working at the moment. So I don't, maybe the torch toggle doesn't work. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So just had to toggle it again. So torch toggle works just fine. False alarm. You can change the order of them as well. Toggle order. Again, choose whichever one you want, whether it be the signage mod or AOKP toggles. It's a personal preference. Honestly, I like both of them, so I would have a hard time choosing between the two. You have signal settings, battery settings, where you can change the battery icon style from icon to text only, so it'll show you the battery percentage. Icon with text, icon with centered text, which is where the text is in the middle of the battery, and circle mod as well, which shows you a blue circle with the battery percentage in the middle. You can change the battery text color. You can also change the charging text color, which is very nice. Change the you can also have a battery bar up at the top that shows what your battery percentage is at. That's also a neat feature. Clock settings, you can actually change the clock style, AM, PM, and the color of the clock. And status bar settings, which is where you can have a custom carrier label. You do have lock screen settings. We can go ahead and check those out. You'll see you can add custom shortcuts to your lock screen. You do have the Google Now camera and unlock set by default. You just navigate to wherever you want that custom shortcut to be. You can tap on that and you can choose an application, contact, direct message, direct dial. I'm going to go ahead and choose the messaging application. So if I wanted to choose that, I just hit OK. Press the save button in the upper right hand corner, and now once I go to my lock screen, the messaging application is a shortcut, a quick shortcut right there. So overall, that's very cool that you can add custom shortcuts. You can add weather, you can display Yahoo weather, and you can change the update interval. Uncheck use metric if you like Fahrenheit as opposed to Celsius. You can also have calendar on the lock screen, and you have lock screen settings where you can change the background, battery status, enable lock screen rotation, all those various settings. So overall, you have a crazy amount of settings that you can mess with, taken from whether it be AOKP, signage or mod, or built by themselves. But there are a crazy amount of settings within this ROM control, so huge, very amazing that you can mess with all those settings. You have device options where you can change the colors on them along with the CPU. Only mess with that if you're using a custom kernel, I believe. You also have the themes option where you can change the theme. I personally really like the theme that they use. You will see even the menu button, the settings menu is all black and dark. I really like it a lot. But if you like a different theme, you can search for, I believe, Signage Mod 10 themes from the Play Store, and you can apply them if you would like to. Another little cool thing is that you can have users and restrictions. Users, it could actually, it's just like a PC where you can have various users on there, usernames, and you can have it signed in. Let's say I have a Tim account and let's say my sister uses it. I can have a sister account, so we can go in between them, and obviously the icons are going to change, everything like that. So you have a pesky kid one where, let's say if you have a pesky kid option and you don't want them to use the browser or the calculator, you also don't want them to use your messaging application. Let's do that. So no browser, no calculator, and no messaging application. Now what you can do is press on the power button and you'll see you can change it from primary to pesky kid. It will basically refresh, and then you can see that there is no calculator, messaging application, or browser application in your app drawer. So they are not allowed to use that. It's just a little cool feature, a little cool setting that you can mess with this ROM itself. Overall, though, it is extremely smooth. I haven't had any lag issues, anything like that. The keyboard is awesome. It's inverted as well, so you have the very cool Jelly Bean keyboard, but it's inverted. So hey there, how are you doing? And send, and very cool. So recent running apps works great. Obviously going in between your different applications. Browser, you got the stock browser. Nothing out of the ordinary there. You will, again, you do have inverted applications, so if you wanted to go to the Play Store, let's say, the Play Store is inverted, you will see things are more dark, and you have the nice black color to them. When you go, you'll see right here. So you'll see you have the nice dark look to it. Other than that, you have obviously all the various Jelly Bean features, such as if I took a screenshot up at the top, it will show a quick image of it, or if you get a message, you can pinch in obviously the various Jelly Bean settings, which are great. You have Google Now, which you can go to. I believe it is inverted as well, so you have a nice dark look to Google Now as opposed to that white look. I, again, really prefer the more dark look to these applications because it, again, saves battery, and it just, in my opinion, overall looks much better. What's the weather like in Chicago, Illinois?
It's 57 degrees and mostly cloudy in Chicago.
Alright, so there you have it. Google Now working great. I do have a video talking about various things you can ask Google Now and with the voice search, so you can check that out if you'd like to. Other than that, that's about everything I wanted to cover, so definitely let me know what you think. Be sure to try out this ROM. Leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe as well. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. All links will be in the description of the video below. And as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up.